Okay, here we are covering the new blue book. Let's go to the first problem and we'll go over the strategy again. Now, you look at the answers first and you just take a look. Is there negative stuff here? If you see one negative and one non-negative, for instance, let's say artistry is not negative. What do? We have a negative positive issue, so we can check, is this blank positive or negative? Alexander's something, whatever his name is, Solzhenitsyn's, nice name, something proved keenest when he accurately predicted. I see it proved keen, so it's the same as keen, and he accurately predicted. Alexander Solzhenitsyn is he, right? Okay, so do we need a negative? Can't grab my chalk here. No, we don't. So we can get rid of folly and despair. And notice it says predicted, which means future. Yes? He said it before. He saw it before. Same thing. Foresight. Notice nostalgia talks about the past. That's an easy one. So we'll move on. Now, we look at the answers. Convoluted is negative. Ostentatious is slightly negative. Okay? The simple and direct. A and B is going to usually be important, A and B. In Dorothea Lange's simpler name this time, provide, that should be an S, right? Provides, no, I'm just kidding. Provide what? Some kind of reflection of a bygone social milieu. Well, it's simple and direct, and this is a subject, the images, which is simple and direct, and they provide what? Well, this has to be similar to simple and direct. Intricate is the opposite, so that's out. It's not really negative, and that's also the opposite. Ostentatious is kind of like showy and not so simple. Fictional is not simple. Candid is like honest and direct. It really matches up with direct, okay? Candid. And if it's direct, it's pretty much simple, isn't it? B. This is going to be a short one. 3. Kate's capricious, negative, bombastic, not so negative, dispassionate, little bit negative, decorous, no. Kate's impulsive nature and sudden whims. Well, she has an impulsive nature and whims led her friends to label her, Kate, her. So impulsive nature and sudden whims. Well, you better know what whims is, like whimsical. But even if you don't, impulsive nature means what? To do things without thinking. Loquacious just means speaking well. Bombastic is just like bomb. It's like, wow, you're really bombastic. Meaning energetic and full of energy, I guess. Same thing. Dispassionate is out. Decorous and capricious. Capricious, and you should know it. It's a big SAT word. Capricious means the same as whimsical or doing something without thinking. For instance, if capricious means to do something without thinking about it or without a reason, almost like at will. So I could say, you're out. Why? I don't know, I just want you to be out. You're out. Then I'd be a very capricious person. No reason why, no reasons, just based on personal opinion, what you want. Okay? 4. What do we see here? Emotional, intellectual, chance, random, deliberate. Deliberate means on purpose. Intentional. These two are similar, aren't they? Okay. Now look at the back side. Anybody see anything similar? I would say impulsive and instinctive are similar. Okay. Now, neurosurgeon Alexa Kennedy maintained that choosing a career was a visceral decision rather than a something judgment. this tells us what? The semicolon tells us that we got the answer coming. It was not so much rational as, it was not rational. So it has to be the opposite of rational here. Not so much rational as, it could be random, it could be impulsive, it could be instinctive. Yes? Intellectual and logical are out because they're similar to rational. Now, so we got rid of that and we got rid of that. Well, what do we need to do now? We got to go with, we better understand what visceral decision rather than a something decision. So this has to be not rational actually, doesn't it? Visceral means kind of instinctive. Yeah, this has to mean not rational. No. It has to mean rational because this is rather than. That's why. The rather than is your not rational part. So, not rational. Which one means rational here? I'd say this is deliberate and intentional. These are the two, but logical here is out. So our answer is D. Yeah, we do need not rational, but the rather than provides our not, so we get our rational here. There we go. And our final one for this section, I know these are short, but one-hitters, and if you need to look at more, you can look at more. Infighting is negative. Jingoism is negative. Bureaucratization is somewhat negative. Ossified is negative. Creative business stratagems frequently become something as a result of something. A as a result of B. So we probably need either a positive positive or a negative negative, which tells us what? We can get rid of A and B. Actually, mitigated is slightly negative because it's a directional negative, isn't it? If you saw the other video. Directional negative means like decrease or down, right? It's not really negative, but it's a directional negative.